What's good? What's good, my guys? Salute to you. Thank you for having me back. I'm doing
Yeah,
good, man. No complaints. They say as long as you breathing, you still winning. And
there you
it's the
go.
start of the year, new year. We gonna more prosperous things, man.
That's right, man. That's right, man. So that's what's up, man. I'm happy to hear that, man. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, man. I don't want to, make this episode too drawn out, man. So I guess the question today, man, I want to talk to you about, man, and get your take on basically far as hip hop is concerned, which is more important in hip hop, man. So I did a poll. So basically I asked, which is more important in hip hop? Is it lyrics, beats, delivery, or storytelling? And I did the poll, and a lot of people, overwhelmingly majority, 46% of the people said lyrics are the most important thing. What is your take on that? Do you agree or do you disagree? What is your take?
Okay, so is it a to me thing or a general thing? Is what's important
Um,
to
yeah, it could be a little bit of both. Your opinion and basically in general, as far as hip hop is. Yeah,
Well, for me, it's absolutely the lyrics. I've always been a lyrics guy. That's always first and foremost to me. And that's how I pretty much judge my rappers and MCs. Everything else is important as well. You got people who can rap really well and really good MCs, but really can't make music.
that's true.
Don't have any versatility. You mentioned flow in there. Some people, they can rap well but can't really flow. So obviously, to be a really good artist, you gotta have a combination of everything. But to me, it's always the lyrics, man. That's what because that's the talent. People be like, "Oh, singers don't write their own lyrics, such and such," but that's not the talent. The talent for
Right,
the
right.
MC is you writing your rhymes or you coming up with your rhymes.
Yeah.
And writing some dope rhymes and not just it's not all about big words or a lot of syllable words. That's not only way to be, nice on the mic.
Right, right. I agree. I second that, and everything like that, what you were saying, man. I definitely think it is the lyrics. Like you said, I think all four is important
Of
far as hip
course.
hop is. You can't have one without the other, because storytelling, we all like a good storytelling song, some of the most legendary storytelling songs. We love that. And then,
Right.
the beat, the delivery, some of the how guys bring those stories and the rhymes together, like you said, with the syllables and
Amazing.
the punchlines and stuff like that, and the lyrics. So it's all goes hand in hand. Far as hip hop is concerned, that makes up a great album, that makes up a great song. So yeah, like you said, man, all of them are equally. Well, I'm not gonna say. I don't know if I gotta say equally
Yeah,
important,
I,
but
I
all of
I'm
them.
not I'm not I'm not saying equally
Yeah,
either.
yeah. So all of them are important. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
all
They're
important.
they are very important.
Especially,
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
just gonna say, especially if you want to be considered, because people want to understand every combo is not the same. If you want to
Right.
be considered like a great and legendary, then yeah, more than likely you have to have at least two of those others as well. But when we just talking about who's nice, who's you could really rap, that's a different convo. I don't care about how many good hooks you could write and all that in that
True.
convo.
That's true. That's true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because like let's take an artist for example, like the legend Nas.
That's correct.
His biggest criticism, over his career, as we know, a lot of people say his beat selection and everything like that. Cause he always had the storytelling, he had the delivery, and he definitely had the lyrics. So a lot of people criticize his beat selection. They say his beats, what I'm saying? They're a little questionable, some people have said throughout the years and stuff like that. So what is your take on that far as Nas is concerned? Do you agree with that sentiment since we on the topic of all these four things? Because they say Nas is a legendary hip hop artist, but they say his beats are not all that. So where do you how do you feel about that when it comes to that?
Absolutely disagree. I actually did a whole debate that's about this as well. It's one of my old
Okay.
episodes, selfish plug. If anybody want to check that out, when I talked about this very topic, and we was talking about which Nas album had the best production, top three, and we all had
Mhm.
different answers. I'm gonna talk present tense and then I'm gonna double back. So right now I had that convo today. Actually, somebody tried to say Nas with the premiere shit. We spoke about that.
Yeah, we
The
spoke. Yeah.
Nas and then he goes, it's not that Premier ain't got it no more. Nas they just don't know how to pick beats, right?
Wow.
So then I mentioned, but I'm like, yo, Ransom and Rock Marciano got production from Premier too, and it's kind of underwhelming as well. So is it he can't pick beats or the beats just not in it? So I just say that to say how they just constantly throw that stigma, but he did production for 2 other artists that, people like their beats and it didn't work out. But, back to
Yeah.
his original stuff, Nas has so many good production, man. I mean, is it Fat Joe, 50 Cent, and Jay-Z and The Game type production? No, because he makes a lot of mellow stuff as well, so it's not, their type of realm, but this whole yeah, he can't pick beats, I never really agree with that. He's one of my favorite artists. I like most of I can't even say most, I like almost all of his albums.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I second what you just said, man. I don't agree with that either, man. I never agree with that. I don't think picked bet the worst beats or he one of the
Oh,
worst
bad
beat.
beats.
Oh yeah, his beats are bad. I don't think that. Like you said, are his albums the beat selection are as good as some artists like a Jay-Z or people like that Drake or a Rick Ross who I feel is one of the best beat pickers ever, man. Rick Ross albums
But
are like production is flawless,
it's
in
crazy.
my opinion.
But that's the thing too. That's another conversation people don't I like to have too. The thing is with Nas, you can't go into that with Nas in your mind expecting those kind of beats because Nas, even though Nas is a commercial artist or mainstream artist rather, Nas is still a underground type of artist.
Yeah.
The music he's gonna make, he's like, it's gonna be like Black Thought. It's gonna be like Pharoah Monch and Planet Asia and stuff like that. They're gonna be on they fly shit, but they still gonna make the kind of music they want. And the beats don't come first. And I still don't, I'm not saying they're bad beats. I'm just saying those other
Yeah.
guys though, 50 Cent, Rick
Yeah.
Ross, they coming in, yo, I need some fire.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, The Game, like, I don't know. Yeah, he got some duds. Who don't got some duds?
Yeah, yeah. You've been in the game this long, over 30 years, man. Of
Come
course, you're
on.
gonna have some bad beats. You're gonna have a
Come
bad song.
on.
You
Some
know,
bad
that
albums, you know what I
a
mean?
bad album. You putting out that much material. That's anybody putting out anything in large quantity over this many years. That's just how it goes. You're gonna have some misses. So even LeBron, he played over 20 years now, man. He had some bad games. He had
Gonna
some,
have some
you
bad
know,
games. But
yeah,
notice how one thing no one has ever said about Nas though, that the lyrics ain't on point. I
yeah,
said so
got the lyrics,
that's what he
man.
controls because he controls that part. So
Yeah. That is true. That is true. And back to the premiere album before we get off that subject, man. Nas delivered his end of the
deliver
bargain. We talked about that as well. The man was on there rapping, man. He was on there spitting. He was in rare form. He was top notch with it, sharp,
top
you
notch.
know, giving it, and I will say some of the beats on there, and I don't think that was Nas' fault, like you said. I think that was more of a premiere thing, man. I think that was
That's the
more premiere
options he had to
than
choose from.
yeah, exactly. Like you do your part, I'm gonna do my part. I guess you send me what you got, or we in the studio, what you got, and I'm gonna go ahead and write to it or whatever, whatever, man. But I think that's more of a DJ Premier thing than it was a Nas thing. So definitely we can't hold Nas to that. Nas did his part on Light Years, the album. You know what I'm saying? And the production was cool, but it wasn't nothing, mind
Yeah, I was
blowing.
about to say it still had, a lot of tracks on there that I really liked though. So it's not even like, I don't know. Like I said, it has a lot of tracks on there I like. It's just a few of them that, it's just like, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of tracks on there I like.
Exactly, exactly. So, like I said, so if you say lyrics first, which one you think will come like immediately after that? We got beats, we have delivery, and we have storytelling. After the lyrics, we both agree lyrics is first and foremost. Which one you think would be second? For me, I would think it would be the beat. I would think it would be the beat. What's your
What?
take on that?
What are we talking about? We talking about during those 90s and 2000 times, or are we talking about like right now? Because that's really a different combo too.
That's a good question to kind of add context to it.
Because if we talking right
Right,
now, if we talking right
right
now,
now.
if I'm talking two different, if I'm talking like a suit or a fan, because right now as a fan, me being a real fan of hip hop, it doesn't really change. But people who just listen to music, the beat comes first. That's I guess. Are we excluding like casuals for shit like that? Or are we just talking to only people in our realm type shit?
Only people in our realm, we can't worry about the
Okay,
cat.
so then yeah, nothing really changed there. I would say it in the lyrics, and I would say like you said, the beat. I would say there's a large portion of people that the flow is more important than
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And
That's
then,
true.
I guess the lyrics and the beat, some
That's
people
true.
really on that flow, like, I would think for me, it's lyrics, beat, flow is crucial though.
It
Flow
is.
is crucial.
It is. It is. It's very crucial 'cause I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of guys that's not the best lyricists, but their delivery and the way they deliver it
That delivery
is on point, so they kinda bring it home and kinda
got
make you
some
like, "Okay."
personality in it.
Yeah, exactly. They're not the best lyricist or the best rapper, but that delivery and the way they say that shit and the way they flow with it is so the flow, delivery, flow, whatever you wanna call
But
it, is it
even with the ones
or
who's nice, there's a lot of people who was nice as hell with nice delivery too, you know what I'm saying? So, that's
that's true.
already knocking it out the park right there. If you nice and got, good delivery, flow. Yeah, I
Right.
was gonna, lyrics, beats, then delivery, overall, because there's a lot of people who would think differently, but I think overall,
Right. I think if I had to pick one that come in dead last, I would say storytelling, because storytelling, it just depends. Not every song is gonna be about
it
storytelling
depends.
or
It depends. You know, a lot of people really like that shit too, but I don't think that even in the same realm as the other
right,
people who like the other stuff. 'Cause
right, right.
I love storytelling, but that's definitely you better have that other shit. I know you tell me all these stories, but you can't flow. Your bars is okay, and all that shit don't really matter then. It's like the beat saving
Yeah.
you at that point.
Yeah. And we seen a lot of songs where the beat saved the whole song.
Beat
Like I
saves
say,
you.
that's why all these, I guess these four elements are very crucial to hip hop or to a rap song, because
Rap song.
all of them could be essential. It just depending on what it is. Cause we seen garbage songs where the beat is nice, and we seen, beats are trash, but the lyrics are nice, or what, and vice versa. So, it all depends. So all of these things are essential, are crucial to the hip hop atmosphere, the landscape of hip hop, man. And like I said, storytelling, that's one of my big, like you said, I love a good storytelling song, man. Biggie was good at that with Warning and all that kind of stuff.
Man.
Tupac, what I'm saying? Like they just painting these vivid pictures and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So that is very important. Somebody like Scarface, what he did with I never seen a man die and all that kind of stuff. Like how they were just painting these stories and what they did with the Yellow Boys, taking it down south a little bit, with mind
Yeah,
playing
yeah, nah,
tricks on you.
Scarface the man.
Yeah. With mind playing tricks on you, what they did with that, telling the story about some shit that wasn't even happening. Like these guys, what I'm saying? So storytelling is very important in hip hop, man. So I don't know where I will rank it among these four things, but now that I think about it, a good storytelling song, man, that shit right there to jump you to the front of the line, man. If
That's
you
what I'm saying.
deliver it right.
It's like I said, they all important, but I think you could. It's like with basketball, right? You could make it without being able to block shots and get
Right.
rebounds. And but if you
Right.
can't shoot or dribble, then the likeliness of you making it or even being a big star is very unlikely. So it's like certain shit you could make it without storytelling, but bad
Yeah.
beats and a bad flow,
Nah, yeah, that's a wrap.
yeah,
Now
you
you
can.
did, yeah, for sure. You definitely can't have bad beats, a bad flow, bad lyrics. You definitely
No,
not.
I'll even give you okay lyrics, but you have bad beats and a bad flow and okay lyrics. I don't know. There's a few people who pulled it off, but
It ain't many. It ain't many. I ain't gonna place my money on you pulling that
yeah,
off.
having
That
a
is
career. Like, what's the likeliness of
yeah,
you having a
yeah,
career?
exactly.
I
Yeah,
don't
you could
know.
come in, or you could sneak in, like you said, but having a career, you could probably make some money and get a hit, maybe two, maybe get a platinum album out of it. But you're gonna get exposed quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can't deliver it and your beats are wagging, your lyric, are just suspect, okay. So yeah, you ain't gonna be around long. You ain't gonna have a longevity career like a
Especially
Jay-Z, somebody.
Especially back then. That's what people don't a lot of understand. That's why I like to, have convos with people like you on platforms like these. Because a lot of people don't
Right.
understand, especially the time we talking about, y'all not understanding. Like a lot of things didn't fly, it's not gonna fly. It's
Yeah.
just not gonna fly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Okay, well, to put you on the spot, far as like, what is your, since we talking about production and beats, what's your favorite beat of all time? Like from the '90s, whatever, like your favorite production and stuff like that. Do you have like a beat or a producer or a joint that you just love? Like, it just whatever. Do
It's
you
so
have one of
many,
those?
man. It's just so I listen to so much music, but as far as producers, my favorite producers all the time is, RZA and Havoc, man. Those are my favorite producers right there. It's just
Nice.
so many beats, man. I could say like, Gangstar Mass Appeal is amazing. Like that shit to me is just the the essence of hip
Yeah.
hop. Raekwon incarcerated Scarfaces, like that shit is just one of my favorite ever. Mobb Deep, Give Up the Goods.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of beats I love. I could play all to death. LL Cool J, Around the Way Girl.
What?
So for real, a lot of beats, man, in the 90s, 80s. I love. There was one more. What I used to play a lot all the time. Tribe Called Quest, Electric. Was it Electric? Electrician
uh,
Relaxation. I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember titles no more. Sad. But yeah, man, those beats. It's so many though. But those, like I said, Havoc and RZA, and then those are
yeah.
just some
Have
of
it.
my favorite beats. I could just go on and on and on though.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Like I said, I'm glad you mentioned Habit, man. I think he's very underrated, man. People don't realize a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
joints that has produced, the Mobb Deep albums he produced for Biggie. Habit, check out his catalog if you think we just over exaggerating, man.
Nah, he
Havoc is
got
one
shit.
of the
He got shit out right now. He's still working. Look out for
yeah.
him right now. I think he got something coming with damn, I can't remember the name. But yeah, he's
Okay, he
still
got
he's still
okay.
working though. Look out for Have. Did some stuff with
Okay.
him with Griselda.
Yeah.
He just did the Mob album too. So
Yep, yep. Just did the Mob album.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean, he just
Havoc,
did the Mob album.
very very underrated, man. I'm glad you mentioned him, man. He don't get enough credit
Yeah, nah,
and stuff.
that's my guy, man. Favorite of all
Yeah.
time. Him and RZA.
He is, man. When people mention top producers in hip hop, they tend to leave him out. He kind of get overshadowed by some, he's more known for the Mob Deep, group
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
On his production, a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people realize a lot of stuff that he produced, though. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
they don't know because he got a lot of placings. I
He
mean, he
does.
probably didn't go as hard as everybody else because he was focused. But that's what makes him great to me is that
Hmm.
he has so many bulk of entire production that's fire. So yeah, he might have not placed crazy like other people. Even though Premier was able to do both, but most people ain't don't have that kind of catalog like him.
Right, right. I agree, man. I agree
That
with
that
that.
with albums that's like heavy hitting. Like, yeah, you might have
Right.
produced a whole bunch of albums. His joints was heavy hitting, acting. You know what I mean? So salute to have, man.
Yeah, that was that dude. He's the dude, man. I get to him, man. Do you have a favorite storytelling song, like of all time? Like, it's a lot of them too, man. It's a lot of great storytelling songs in hip hop, man.
I don't know about all time, but one of my favorite group storytelling is Onyx Veronica from their album
Mm,
Shut 'Em Down. Like, yo, that it's amazing,
right.
yo. Like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, Onyx Veronica. Let me see.
Since you threw that one, I'm gonna throw out the Lost is Renee. I like the story.
For sure, for sure. Man, it was amazing. Yeah, Cheeks got well, shit. Since I love Lost Boys. I'm gonna throw the game. That's one of my favorite storytellers right there. Cheeks was definitely painting
Okay.
that picture right there on that song, the game. Nas, it's a small world. There's so many. I gotta go on for days with that too. Biggie,
Okay.
of course, like you said, Warning.
Yeah. What I got a story to tell.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah, he
got a
was
story. It's a classic. That's golden. Yeah, yeah, no, those are some of my favorite. I was trying to think of Kendrick Lamar, "Sing About Me." That shit is incredible.
okay. All right. I wasn't expecting you to throw Kendrick in there. He has some good
Nah, that
storytelling
shit is
songs on.
incredible. That song is incredible.
Okay. All
Amazing.
right. Yeah, Duckworth, I like him too as well, off
Duckworth is
Damn.
incredible. That's one of my
Yeah,
favorite too. Yeah, yeah. Nah, that joint is incredible too. Yeah, he's really
yeah,
good with
so
that. He's really good with that.
yeah, yes, and a lot of people can't pull that off. They can't pull off the storytelling. We
Yeah,
got
yeah,
and
Ghostface is amazing. I could throw some Ghostface joints in there too. Like I could that's
all
what
I
I'm
got
saying.
is you.
I'm a junkie for real. So it's like I just try not to
Yeah,
babble on. But
right,
it's a lot
right.
of good people.
Yeah,
It's a lot of good people.
you could go on for days, man, like, even
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Ghostface, Mary J. Blige, All I Got Is You. That's a great storyteller song.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
How he painted that picture vividly, man, so that was amazing. Tupac got
Yeah.
some too.
Tupac,
Brenda
you know
got
what I'm saying? Like you mentioned, Scarface is a
yeah,
It's the, who was it? Somebody else I was trying to remember.
And of course, we can't forget, probably the godfather of it all,
No,
Slick Rick.
Slick Rick. Yeah, you gotta mention Slick Rick.
You got to mention Slick Rick. I'm pretty sure somebody gonna be like, how y'all ain't mention
I
Slick Rick? So we
and I
got
was
to
gonna do it.
Rick. Yeah,
I was just messing with people. That's why, like, nah, I'm not gonna say Slick Rick. But
yeah,
at a certain point, it's like, well, you know what? I guess you never know who's watching. So, you do it for the
yeah.
people who may not know, I guess.
You never know. So
Yeah,
somebody
because
here
I
like
feel
all the people y'all
because
ain't mentioned Rick.
yeah, because at certain points, like, I guess because I've been talking about this stuff for so long. It's like it's
Yeah,
certain people, I'm like, yo, they don't even need to be met. Like when people ask me who's my favorite, I feel like at this point I don't even say LL no more because it's like it's a given. He's one of the best ever. You never know who's watching, who's new hearing it, who doesn't know. So I get it.
speaking of LL, I'm glad you brought his name up, man. I'm starting to think that LL is coming a little bit unappreciated, man. A lot of people don't mention LL, man, like they should. I think he's
Man,
becoming, I say, underrated. Like I think that's
it
a
become
shame, man.
underrated because of the time as time goes on,
Yeah, I think
you know how
so.
that
Like,
go.
yeah,
And yeah, people start rewriting history, forgetting how dope he was, forgetting how
yeah.
amazing. He has one of the top 5 rap careers ever,
Oh yeah,
especially
for sure.
before, well, I'll say, 2010 and before. Anything after 2010 is like that's a whole new monster with Twitter and social media, but he has one of the
Yeah,
best careers ever.
for sure, man.
I could say artist-wise, dude, not even just rap. Like, he has one of the best musical
Yeah,
careers.
yeah. His career. He's the first solo. I mean, like rapper that that was like, the ladies' man. Like LL had it all, man. I just think, here we are sitting in 2026. I think people are not appreciating LL enough, man. LL.
Especially what he's doing now with the Rock the Bells radio, still
Yeah,
supporting the culture. Yeah, man, L always disrespected, man. That's why I always gotta bring his name up.
I'm glad you brought his name up because a lot of
Yeah,
people
that was
don't never.
intentional, man. That was intentional
Yeah,
because it's like
that's what's up, bro. I appreciate
mm,
that because he don't never get mentioned no more. Like you said, the time is going and new generation of rap fans and all that kind of stuff. We get it, we understand, but we can't let LL get lost in the shuffle. You know
can't
what I'm
let him
saying?
get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, man, because he's too great, man. And we all we talk about Nas, Jay Z, and Big Pop, but it seems like nobody really mentioned LL like that no more for some reason, man. And we can't
Sleeping,
allow
man.
that.
He be sleeping.
Loud. And man got the catalog. He's battle tested. He got
Battle
the song for
tested.
the he got LL done it all, man.
And he just dropped the album, and he just dropped the album last year. He's
yeah,
still
yeah,
at it.
yeah, yeah. It
He's
was
still
pretty
at
good.
it.
You know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
was
That
alright, it
was
was
a
alright. I'm not even gonna front but at this stage, that's what I'm saying. People like him and Nas and Ghostface and Snoop dropped out, like, people like that, it's like, it doesn't even matter, man. It doesn't even matter.
matter.
It's pure artistry right now for them.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I mean, it's just it doesn't even matter no more. Not to
Yeah.
say it don't matter, not to say, but,
Yeah,
you know
I know what
yeah, the expectations are different. So, just come
yeah.
through. Drop something that's, just really just decent, good, easy on the ears, and then, we good money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. LL got some bangers, man. Like I said, he got them with the ladies, got some with Boys the Men, Total. Yeah, man, we can go on, man. LL that dude, man.
That was
But I
that
just
dude.
don't. Yeah, he's definitely deserve it, man. Of course, he still get it. Oh, us real hip hop fans of LL. We know what he's about, but
Some of
I
them be
think he should be.
disappointing me too, though, man, with the
Yeah, yeah,
disrespect
that's
to
true.
fans. But because we had a conversation. Somebody was talking about who has the best rappers, not the most or most successful or good. Who has the best rappers, Brooklyn or Queens?
Right.
And then it was a debate whether I'm like LL is definitely one of what he's in that combo off top.
Now they were debating was LL in the combo.
Yeah, because he's like the best, like, because it's like, okay, yeah, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna say this on record too. Y'all gotta stop with the Big Daddy Kane, yo. I love Big Daddy Kane. He was the man, but LL has surpassed him. Maybe at one point Kane was too out of his league, maybe people thought, but stop, yo. LL can hang with Big Daddy Kane. So it was just like, nah,
I
man.
agree.
I love
I agree with
LL,
that.
one of the best to do it.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
wasn't just spitting Dr. Seuss raps.
Nah, nah, nah.
I
He was
mean,
coming. Like you said, "Around the Way, Girl." That's one of my favorite LL songs, man. Like,
he
dude,
got So he got joints. He got joints with
Yeah,
some of the best MCs in the
oh,
game too. Got
yeah,
features and collabs with some of the best in the game. Like he got his everything wasn't a party joint or a radio joint.
yeah, exactly. He went in, man. Was that 4-3-2-1? Was it with Meth and
Yeah, yeah, he
DMX and
got
all?
4321.
Yeah,
He got a couple of joints. He got
yeah,
joints with Lost Boys. He got
yeah,
songs
yeah,
with Lords of the Underground. He got songs with Prodigy. Like
yeah. I was about to say the
he got
one with
songs with
Prodigy.
50 Cent and Coogee Rap. Like he does his numbers.
He been on them with the best of them, man, for
Yeah.
sure. And so salute to LL, man, and everything like that. So yeah, man, before we, pretty much wrap it up. So I guess are we in agreement that we're gonna say the lyrics is the most important thing in hip hop when it comes to way we approach? Because I would agree. I would say the lyrics is because,
Yeah,
one of the best rappers of all time, J. Cole, he's coming back, and he's a lyrical monster. So I guess we would say the lyrics, I would say the lyrics is the most important thing. I
yeah,
would
I mean,
agree with it.
for the sake of argument, because we're talking about our world, our realm.
Right,
And in our
right.
realm and in our world, that's what's most important. Nobody's saying, and the thing is too, we gotta put some context on it. Nobody's saying you have to be Black Thought.
Yeah,
Nobody's saying you gotta be Black Thought, but the lyrics still like we're not taking that 1, 2, 3 doctors who's just throwing out shit. Like we're not jacking that. So it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have to be at that regard. The
yeah.
lyrics
You
is
know what?
right, and even with this, like even with storytelling, like sometimes dudes are just talking about what's happening on their block or on their day to day, and we love it,
Right, right,
right?
right.
They not kicking nothing but it's like, yo, it's still some lyrics. It's still like we want to feel like effort. It's just like sports. We just even if you lose, we want to see you put some goddamn effort.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Nobody
is
wants to see you just come and just lay it up and throw like we want to see some effort. So that's
effort,
all it is
man.
with
You
the lyrics, man.
paying your money, you wanna, take it back to the CDs or something when you was going to the store. You wanna make sure this shit was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, it don't super lyrical. Don't have to be super lyrical. Everybody.
Especially if you wanna be
Yeah,
in the convo, that's my thing, like, everybody you can't wanna be in the convo if your skills aren't up to par or your resume's not up to par. Like, that's
yeah.
the
That
thing,
resume.
everybody wanna be in every convo, but don't wanna put in the work. So, if I'm talking
Right.
about dudes who nice like that, and you ain't even trying to be nice like that, but you expect to be in the convo, it's not gonna work. You're not nice. You're
You
not
have to
nice
be
like
nice.
that.
Gotta be
But let me
nice,
ask
man.
you this
Some
though, before we close, let me
Yeah.
ask you this though, because this is what I've been asking people for years when people try to act like lyrics don't matter, right?
Right, right.
Pre-2020, because now 2020 is a free for all. Now you could just post your stuff, you just get some likes, and you could appear to be
Yeah,
dope, and nobody really care. And now it's gotten to the point where casuals just completely outnumber any actual like real artist, like music music lovers and listeners.
right.
So I'm gonna just say, prior to 2020, who really got big as a rapper? Who really succeeded as a rapper that wasn't like really a good rapper? Like, you got your French Montanas and all that, but who really got to like when you start talking about like J. Cole's and like you said, and Jay-Z's and the Scarfaces and Ludacris, like
Yeah,
who's gotten to those type of heights where it's unanimous that these people, because yeah, you got your people like damn, I forgot the name, but there's other people that yeah, they popping, they buzzing, but they not in the
yeah,
combo with like DMX. Nobody
yeah.
even looks at them like that. Nobody looking at them like Ice Cube or The Game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Even when you
agree.
think you know what I'm saying? Even when you think of today, when people start talking about who's the best, who they always talking about? They talking about Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
You talking about Freddie Gibbs. You talking about now, you talking about Griselda. It's still people who rap. So I don't know, man. Like people be trying to debate that. Yes,
That's
there's
a good
plenty of
question.
people who are you got your young Jeezys who, you got your plenty of people who ain't really spitting, but they large like that. But
Yeah,
are they ever in the convo for the best?
that is true. To answer your question, no.
Are they
The
ever in the
people that
convo?
the people that's in the combo as the best or contending for the throne are all lyricists. So
They're
lyrics
always
are
people
all
who spit. When you talk about Wale, or Big Sean, whoever you talk about in whatever era. Like,
yeah,
now you got your era where, people like, oh, Young Thug. People love Young Thug. But
yeah,
you can't really seriously have a convo and telling me like he's the best lyricist. Like you can't really sit in my face and tell me that.
That's not his thing. That's not even
You
his
could
thing. That's
tell
not
me
even
as a fan, you could tell me, yeah, he's lit and he has influence. Yeah, but I'm not sitting here debating with you with that because
nah,
I'm not doing it.
nah,
Just like
nah. We
Future, I love Future. We're not
I
doing it.
love Future too, but I love Future, but he's not the
Future's
most
dope.
lyrical.
But we not
He don't
having
have
that convo. Like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody who's really included in that combo is always somebody, I don't know, like
that.
maybe Young Jeezy and like maybe Boosie. Those are probably like the closest people who
Yeah,
maybe get to that type of debate and they
yeah,
try to support that. But because even people like T.I., everybody, they all nice. Everybody's nice.
yeah. Ti nice. Them niggas
Everybody
nice.
that's in that convo is nice.
That is true. So you can't never say lyrics don't matter.
Yeah,
I'd
because
rather
even
not even
Drake is not my only knock with Drake. Like Drake is nice. My only knock is with this greatest and best is that it's not all built off rap. Like you using a cheat code and trying to act like you playing the same game we are.
right.
You using a cheat code. You singing lullabies and harmony and all this
That's
other stuff as well. But
that is
even him he rap. I mean he can rap.
I always say that. I think Drake is nice as a rapper. I don't like when he's singing. I don't like the singing Drake. But when Drake rapping, I think Drake gets busy. I
Yeah,
think Drake is
nice. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Maybe
he is.
maybe Wiz Khalifa? Maybe that's like the maybe bro first maybe the bigger he's a star.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess yeah. But I don't think nobody gonna put him in the top
He
10
doesn't
or
come in that conversation, right? They just like him a lot. They like him a lot,
yeah,
yeah.
he's likable. He's liked
Has
a
a
lot. Yeah,
fan base, huge fan base.
yeah.
So I'm
He
saying
ain't make
he's like a Future. He's like Future.
yeah. Yeah, I love Future, but Future just
Lil
make a whole
Wayne, know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, and everybody everybody spit it, everybody really rap, who gets put in that talk.
that is true. That is true. Wayne, yeah, I forgot. Can't forget Wayne,
Can't forget
especially old.
Wayne.
Can't forget Wayne,
Can't
man.
forget
I don't know
old
what he
Wayne. Can't forget
definitely
Wayne. I
get him,
said
man.
that's my guy right there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Everyone who put it like this, everyone who story has to be included for the most part was nice. You got people who've done super feats. Like you gotta talk about a guy like 50 Cent. But I don't know if he's
right,
in
right.
the same convo with the other people we talked about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
he got that
that's what I'm saying.
classic
He
album
got a
though.
story to tell. That's what I'm saying. Certain people that even though they might not be the top, for the most part, everybody is nice. So lyrics is always back to circle back. Like
Yeah,
lyrics is always gonna be number one in my opinion.
it ain't going nowhere. It's hip hop, man. It's poetry. It starts with the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? You can rap a cappella, man. You got to have the lyrics. If you ain't got that, you ain't.
That's a big point. Yeah, that's a good point.
You got to have the lyrics. There's no way around it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a
So
good point. Because people could sit there and act like they'll listen to instrumentals all day. That shit sound good. I've done that. Yeah, after a while, it's gonna be like, all right now.
yeah, yeah. All right, man. I want to hear some. I want to hear something over this beat. I
I
want to hear
want to
what
get
this.
some
I wanna
words.
hear some rap. Yeah, I want to hear some words. So that's what it's about. That's what the beat. Like I said, the beat keeps us entertained, keeps us glued and stuff too. But it's the words, man. Them
Because
lyrics is
even
what
the
it.
hook, you can
Yeah,
have a
the
good
hook.
beat,
Yeah,
and now some people only know the hook, but it's still words. They still like the hook that they can sing along to. It's still words.
right, right. Like I said, man, we will see, man. But it was a great conversation, man. Like I
Always,
said,
always.
let us know in the comment section what you think. It's all opinion. You might think different, but I think the overwhelming majority will say the lyrics, though. You know what I'm saying? A few people might say the beat or whatever, but it's the lyrics. So you can't get around it. It's no way around it.
There's no way
So
around it, man.
no way around it, man. But yeah, like I said, man, I greatly, appreciate it, man, and appreciate you
No
coming
doubt.
on, man. And we're gonna wrap it up, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate the support, man. Thanks, my man Deme D, for stopping through, man. Greatly appreciate you, bro. Anything else you want to say before we close it out?
I just tap in with the Go Getter TV, man. It's hip hop all day. Salute
Oh,
to
yeah.
all the supporters of the culture. Keep it alive. Keep doing our thing.
All right, man. All right. Well said, bro. All right, man. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate the support. And catch you guys on the next one.